You can support this show at patreon.com/ASAPodcasting. Hello, welcome back. Skyrim Addict Podcast 194, I believe. I'm Michael with Ray.
Good evening.
And Juan.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, and Colin.
Evening.
All right, you're supposed to go good night.
Yeah, I thought we should say good night.
Ruined it.
Yeah, but then I'd have to leave.
And good
Stay up this late. And then stay up this late just to leave early. Yeah, you made it this far. You may as well stick around.
That's it. Oh, man. We've been doing the Oblivion thing, getting ready for that. I started a whole new character. I scrapped it and started over again because I was like, I'll just use the pre-built ones. I was like, I've never really done that recently, so I just went that way. And now I'm out, and I just saved at meeting up with Armand Christophe out back of his little hut right before kicking off the very, very first quest. So I was in a little bit of Oblivion there doing that.
So is it leveling up a little quicker?
I have done so little with the character that I can't tell. Like I went out to Anvil for a little bit just to mess around and bop around. I didn't really do any questing out there or anything. I was just kind of hopping in and out of stuff. And then I was out in I went out to what's the fort that you can get, or the castle you can get? Battlethorn?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That was the
DLC.
Yeah. So I went out there and pretty much got my butt handed to me in about 5 seconds and ran away. Because I had just started off the game.
Just getting there is a task.
Yeah. Well, you can. That's the one thing about Oblivion is you can fast travel to all the cities, and regardless if you've been to them or not. So you can pretty much bop around the map pretty well, you know. And you can fast travel to the multiple gates and to the stables outside usually. So that's kind of what I just bounced around a little bit. I tried to find Fin Gleam. I couldn't because I don't have any Night Eye, because I didn't buy a Night Eye spell, and you can't see anything once a storm hits and it's dark and it's raining. And I'm like, oh God. So I invested in some torches, and now I'm looking for a Night Eye spell. That's kind of where I'm sitting at in Oblivion before I start the Thieves Guild quest.
Yeah. Speaking of running away and getting your ass handed to you, I found, I think she's a Nord or something with the big ebony blade.
Oh, Umbra?
Umbra. I was I was running past, and I went in there, and
oh man,
she started chasing after me. And I was like, yeah, all right, chase after me, love. I'm like Khajiit, and I got like 78 speed. And then I turned around, she was right on me. Whack me with a sword, and then ran. So then I had a bright
with that ebony armor.
Yeah, and I went, oh, I got a bright idea. So as I'm running, I cast the Walk on Water spell. I start running out across the lake, Lake Romea. She swims faster than I run.
Oh my God.
And she's under the water chasing me. Yeah, and I'm just like licking her. I'd like come up against, was it some stupid bandit outside of a an alien ruin. And luckily the bandit went after Umbra while I was running away, and you just hear this guy, get whacked. She literally one shot. And I just kept on running for the hills. Took a while for that music to stop.
That's the thing you forget, is they chase you out the doors in Oblivion.
Oh yeah, for a while.
Yeah, the doors don't matter. They just keep going. It's not like Skyrim where you like step out a door and they're like, oh, well, this is nothing I can do now. You went out the door.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even have to step out the door.
Yeah, you don't sometimes you don't even have to do that. Yeah, Umbra, oh my gosh, yeah. The last time we played through, I did that quest or not that quest, but I went in there pretty early. There is a quest associated with it too, I think. But I went in there early and had the same issue where I would like run down that hallway, shoot her from up above, and then run away and hopefully try and hide. And it was not easy. I died so many times trying to do that.
Yeah, she comes up on you fast.
Very fast. Yeah, she comes down that hallway really quick from downstairs.
Yeah, I think for Umbra, if you go into the Imperial City, the guy that sells staffs, you buy Apotheosis. That's a really nice staff that should take care of her fairly quickly. It's the actual staff is called Apotheosis.
Apotheosis.
I think it's about 10,000 gold.
Oh god, yeah, I'm nowhere near that. Yeah, that's a lot of rusty iron swords.
Yeah,
I'm not getting any good stuff like that.
Yeah, I decided to sideline my Khajiit vampire. And,
did you?
Yeah. Start up another character.
Oh, man.
Just to, well, and then also, I wanted to see, it seemed like the dungeons and everything were so dark.
Yes.
That you wouldn't be able to do them without Night Eye, but I did okay with, you can really stack up. So I had a torch in my left hand, a sword in my right, and I could shoot fireballs out of my right hand while I carried the sword. So I'm like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, with being able to cast spells with a weapon, it is a lot more versatile.
Yeah.
And you can carry the torch and the weapon too, which is also a plus. Unless you're an archer, then you can't. But yeah.
Right.
But with more two-handed.
And then you can slot 8 things on your D-pad.
Yeah, I do love that. If you're using a controller, the D-pad, you can you can slot 8 different things on there, which is really, really nice. That's something I wish they had kept for completely for Skyrim. Actually, that would have been way better than the quick menu that pops up or whatever, the favorites.
Yeah, the only thing you could really quick slot is you could do 2 items.
Yeah, there was 2 items you could do,
there was
right?
a 1 and 2, and that was about it.
Yeah, I did. I played a little bit of that, and then in Skyrim, there was a Skull Town overhaul that came out from Eleonora.
Yeah,
I checked that out. It's a nice little player home. Buffs up the area a little bit. I don't think there was any quests or anything associated with it. You just had to get the key for the house from the werebears. But if you wanted to play as a Skull and hang out on Solstheim, I think it's really nice. Kind of adds a little nice feature to be able to do that,
Run around in furs and eat Horker all day.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what you can do. And you can there's a button inside where you can have a basement or not have a basement if you want to have a follower bed or have kids' beds downstairs. So you can actually activate that or deactivate it and have it or not have it. So it gives you that little bit of an option right in the house itself with just a button on the wall. So I played around with that a little bit, and then I played around with Worm's Tooth a little bit for the first time in a long time. So I'm in the middle of that quest. I'm about to get to the ship to head to the island.
Yeah, they got the fun dragons over there on Solstheim.
Oh, yeah.
I like the Serpentine one. That one looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I started a Dark Elf a while ago. So that's kind of what I'm gonna... But I'm working on the main quest right now in Oblivion. So hopefully I can finish it and get started on the Thieves Guild. The good thing is I don't have to do the main story. I can just keep going into the Oblivion gates. So see if I can get some cool stuff.
That's true. Yeah, there's so much good gear. Yeah, I think I'm just going to avoid the main quest and play it without it this time. I haven't really done that recently. One thing you learn in Oblivion is you don't want to wait to do the main quest if you're going to do it.
Oh, it gets tougher.
It gets way harder when you start trying to do it at higher levels. I will say, though, that if you get really fast or get really good sneak or chameleon, you can kind of blow through the Oblivion towers pretty quickly. Like, you can either just run up them or, sneak through everything.
Yeah, you kind of figure out the pattern.
Yeah, there's that certain pattern. There's a certain amount of different ways you can do it. So
yeah, even the ones that you have to do like multiple towers. Once you figure it out, once you get up to the top, you can actually like jump down.
Yeah, yep.
Nice and slow, and it'll get you down fairly quick.
And there's so much good gear in there. Like even if you want to kill some things, there's a ton of great gear in there. Yeah, I didn't want to kick off the Thieves Guild thing, but I got there, so I just stopped right before that very, very first quest. I befriended the local beggar who was actually right next to Armand at the time, and it was pretty good timing when I got there, so I charmed him up a bit. Or actually, I just used the wheel, and then I bribed him, and then what's his name came by, and then I bribed him after charming him, and they were both high enough where I could where they allowed me to be part of it.
Yeah, they really make you earn stuff.
Yeah, I like that you have to earn your way through the guild in this, which is nice.
Yeah, like even with the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild, where you have to get a signature from every town, every guild house in the entire province, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
And even like for the Dark Brotherhood, you actually have to kill somebody, and you still get little quests and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I think the Dark Brotherhood one is kind of the most fun, just because of the way the story goes. It kind of
how it unfolds.
It's unexpected.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good one. I think I played a little bit more of my vanilla Skyrim character too, but I didn't go back to the. I'm in the middle of Kind's
trials.
Kind's trials. Yeah, Trials of Kind. Yeah, where you have to. I think I'm on the set with the not the skeevers, but and the giant mud crab, but the
Is that the bear and the?
Yeah, I think I'm at the level with the bear.
Mountain lion.
Yeah, saber cat or whatever. I think I'm on that one, so I got to go through that still. And then after a little while longer, I'll go and see if my Civil War thing is unglitched. If not, I'm gonna have to start a new character that just does Daedra and Civil War, I guess. I'm not gonna have much of a choice in that matter. It is what it is.
Has it been 30 days or not yet?
In game, probably not. I've done a bunch of stuff, but it's probably been close to a week. Going back and forth and all that kind of thing. So I'll finish up Kinds. Oh, I did the one with the what's his name? Why can't I think of it? The Wabbajack.
Was it Sheogorath?
The Sheogorath quest. Yeah. Why couldn't I couldn't even think of that for some reason. Yeah. So that took a day. All kind of added up. So hopefully I'm over a week at this point. I'm going to go as long as possible before I go back there and just try and get anything else I haven't done, and then go back to the Civil War quest and hope it rectifies itself with the 30 days.
So what was the problem? Was it that, what's her name, wouldn't give you the quest to go and clear a place out, or the place was already cleared out when you got there? The bandit was dead?
Yeah, nah, she wouldn't give the quest. It wouldn't even come up as an option. It was just her normal speech options, like, what are you doing here or whatever kind of thing. But there was no quest option.
Did you go to Tullius first? Because you got to go to Tullius first, and then he passes you on to her.
Yep, he sent me over to her, but
and nothing.
Yeah, she had the quest marker and all, but still wasn't working.
Yeah, I had the exact same thing happen on mine.
Yeah, it's a known glitch apparently, but yeah. So I'm hoping the 30 days does resolve it. It's one of the options, but it's pretty much the only option I have on console. So there is that. There's no other option on console.
Yeah, you put any mods and you kind of don't get any achievements.
Yeah. Well, I do use that character when I mod because it creates a separate save. So like if I want to just test a mod, I just pull this like level 70 character out and hop into it, which is kind of fun. But I don't have much left to do except for a lot of Radiant stuff. So I could go do some Radiant stuff, but I need to just kind of find all the little things that I didn't finish and see if there was any Daedra stuff that I'm missing.
Yeah. Did you already do all the orc? Oh, yeah, you had to for one of the Daedric items, right? The orc. Yeah.
Yeah, I just did the orc one recently.
So, if you do a different orc hold, does that one not allow you to do it?
Whatchamacallit quest only is at that one hold. The
Right. Well, no, because I remember that once you become Orckin, then you don't have to do a quest in any of the other holds.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because I think I already was considered that before I did the Daedra quest.
Oh, good, because that would be weird.
Yeah, still when you go down there, the giant is attacking the place. So it still kicks off the same because the giant is attacking. I forget what the name of that orc stronghold is, but it's down by Riften. Right?
Yeah, it's one of them. It's Dushnik Jarl or...
Yeah, does it begin with an L or something? Lagrabrash or something?
I just know that one of my followers came from there.
Yeah, it's it still goes, even if you're already considered orc, friendly with the orcs or whatever, it still kicks off the same because you get there and the giant's still going off and
still
all that.
Attacking and everything. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I think actually it'll kick off a quest letting you know there's a giant attacking one of their places or something.
Yeah, I started another Skyrim character, and this one, surprisingly enough, not only doesn't have deadly dragons, but hasn't even activated dragons.
This one's not super thrilled with dragons at the moment, is what you're saying?
No, she does. She's oblivious to the dragon menace.
Doesn't care what happens.
She's just out hunting elk on the in the woods.
Oh, that's like Michael's character that he did once.
Yeah. That was a great one. The character that didn't go into cities.
Yeah. Yep. Hunterborn and camping.
Yeah, it's like you can just go out and hunt and wander around and make stuff and sell it off and yeah.
And as long as you can get to one of the main roads, you'll eventually find the Khajiit caravans. Yeah,
exactly. They always wander.
Sell all your stuff off there.
That's it. Yeah, you can always find them.
I think there's 2, right? 2 separate caravans.
Yeah, I thought it was 3.
Is it 3? Okay, nice. I remember I killed one once because I, as a werewolf, went on a killing spree and basically because you have to keep killing to stay a werewolf, and I stayed a werewolf for a long time. And after I turned back to regular human, I was going back and I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened to these Khajiit. Some of them didn't have heads.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah, I did the werewolf with this character, actually, and I kind of enjoyed it. I liked the werewolf much more than the vampire lord.
Yeah, you would expect more out of the vampire lord, especially when you transform, but you're just kind of a big floating, almost like a gargoyle or something, just and you can't get through doors.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, I did have fun with the vampire, but the werewolf was really like you can really have some fun just blasting through places. And
Oh yeah.
you know,
And even though you float, you still take fall damage as a vampire lord.
it's very strange. Yeah.
I'm also playing with Imperious races and didn't even think about it, but so my character doesn't kill people because she's just as a hunter. But if I find somebody dead on the road, I'm going to loot them. And went up to
It's in the highway code.
Went up to an Imperial soldier that had been killed and went to loot his body and ended up eating him. Because in Imperius, she's a Bosmer, so she's green pack. And, one of the things you can do, fortunately, it regenerates your health and stamina. Most of the time in Fallout, I play a cannibal anyway, so it didn't really freak me out or anything, but it was just surprising.
Oh man,
I wasn't sure if it was either play the cannibals.
Especially in Fallout 76.
Although they said that that's not really necessary anymore, right?
Right.
They've made a lot of changes to that game.
It's hard to stay out of Skyrim for too long.
Yeah, I always have one toe dipped in some kind of random character trying something.
Definitely enjoying Oblivion. So
yeah, once you get past the graphics and everything, and you start getting into the stories, it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot to discover, and there's definitely a lot of interesting characters.
Oh yeah, that there is. Have you had any luck with lockpicking? Or are you just going the spell route?
No, I haven't even gotten that far yet. But anything above very easy, I pretty much let go. Because for starters, it's a Bethesda game, so the difficulty of the lock has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on the quality of the contents.
This is true.
And more so in Oblivion than any other game.
And so, it's like, what's the point?
Ooh, very hard lock. Cheese wheel.
Exactly.
Or cheese wedge. Yeah, cheese wedge.
Or 5 gold.
Yeah.
Or just a silver sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get how it works, but it's... And I might actually have an easier time with that on PC than I do with the controller.
Yeah, that's possible. I don't think I've ever done it on mouse and keyboard.
But
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's not my favorite part of the game so far.
How about the speech wheel, charm wheel, whatever it is, personality wheel?
Do their faces actually change?
Have you come across?
There's very slight, small changes. Like the Khajiit, you'll see their ears twitch.
The hardest one is the Argonians.
Oh yeah, because it's just whatever little thing they have on their head that kind of shifts a little bit. Sometimes they'll show their teeth. And
there's times where this person should be much happier with me than they are. Than they're demonstrating. Come on now.
Oh God. Yeah, that's easier on some characters than other characters, depending on the face, for sure. And also depending on if you go talk to somebody and it's not well lit, it's like, oh God, I can't see anything. I can't tell what.
Don't mind this torch in your face. I need to see your twitch.
Usually what I do is I'll go through and go more based on the response. And
you can do that too. Yeah.
Just see how much of a bump there is, and then that way I see where I need to do the small piece and then the big piece, bump it up a lot quicker.
Yeah, the good thing is it's the same every round.
Yeah, because when you sit there and brag or whatever, sometimes they'll be like, "Go on, lie to me."
Yeah.
Now
So
that's
far, I find
funny.
it much easier just to go into a cave or a dungeon and kill everybody.
I know one of the little, like, it's a really small alien ruin, but it has a lot of chiefs. I always go back to that one every time it resets because as you level up, the bandit leader gets better stuff. And
Okay. I
that's a
thought
good
you
one.
said it had better cheese. I'm like, what is it? Go from American to, aged cheddar? Or what?
Smoked Gouda.
Goda.
Yeah, so that's the one that I usually like to go back to, mostly because it's really quick. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 bandits in there, and and the nice thing about Oblivion is you can kill them one at a time, and you're good. Just kind of hit them with an arrow from far away, and they'll run towards you. Don't have to worry about the rest of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I definitely like the sprawling dungeon. Although I would, I do long for that quick, bypass to get you back to the front from the back.
That's
of the
a
cave.
negative. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, because I went through a cave and I was like all the way at the end of it, and I'm like, oh god, that's right. I gotta go all the way back. I was like, oh man. It's like there is no shortcut out of here.
Yeah,
You never miss anything because, if you didn't catch it the first time, you'll definitely catch it on the way back.
Yeah, you're going back out anyway. And then you can put your torch on the way back out and see all the nooks and crannies in every corner.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about enemies.
Yeah. Or you could have missed someone and then they come popping around the corner, which I've had happen numerous times. But I haven't gotten into an alien ruin yet, and I do love those so much. They just are so well designed and just look so good. I need to go crawling
for some
through
of
one.
them.
Yeah, there's so many good ones. Oh,
Yeah, if you get your what is it, acrobatics high enough, you can actually jump on top of the short walls in the alien ruins, and so you can kind of look around to or avoid some of the traps because some of them come down and some of them drop you down.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah. If you can jump really high, it's actually pretty good.
It's really good in the arena as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
Because you just jump up on one of the pillars and then just shoot at them with arrows from there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you can get up. Because I did that with, was it when you get to like the Minotaurs and all that stuff?
Yeah, what is it, like 3 of them?
Yeah, the 3 Minotaurs. Yeah. I do like, I like the arena. It is fun.
That's, that happened with the quest, what was it? The guy who's trapped in his dream?
Oh, yeah.
For one of the Mages Guild one, I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's the Mages Guild quest. No, that's it. She is the one that gives the Mages Guild, but that's her friend's quest. It's not her Mages Guild quest. But yeah, the guy stuck
it's
in his
not
dream.
part of the mages. Yeah.
And she there's a scene where I get attacked by, I think it was 2 Minotaurs, but they had bloody warhammers on them. So I was pinging them and then running and then pinging and running and pinging and running.
Yeah, they use warhammers as one-handed weapons.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they do. That they do. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Oblivion, the one where you go into the painting?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that one there.
Okay. Because that one's fun too.
Yeah. Well, I think the dream and the painting are together, right?
No,
wait, they're 2 different ones, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, the other, I can't remember what the paint one was.
I forget what that one's a part of, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think that one's just like a random one.
Yeah.
Where,
the dream one is all the different like maze / puzzle areas you have to go through, right?
Yeah, you have to get what's it? Parts of his personality.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's in the wooden town where all the houses are wood.
Yeah, not is it Breville?
With the bridge.
Leowin.
Yeah,
The painting one is the one where you have to use turpentine.
Yeah, and then Leowin also has the one with the scamps.
Oh yes, the scamps. Oh yes.
That house smells really foul.
Yeah, I can't understand why. Bunch of scamps running around.
Yeah, and Leowin is also where the Khajiit and the Argonians dislike each other, right?
I believe that is
because I think
Yeah.
that the town is split in half, and they talk trash about each other.
Yeah, there was. I think it was a Nord fella. He was going on about how an Argonian was telling him that Argonians are the toughest, and he was saying, "Well, that's just garbage because Khajiit," and he wasn't even a Khajiit. He was like, "Oh, the Khajiit are like too fast, and they've got like really strong claws." And he goes, "I don't think any Argonian could ever beat a Khajiit." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, buy my crap here."
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't been out to Leowin yet.
Yeah, there's just so much to explore.
There is. It's
I've been doing PvP and Cyrodiil again, and just seeing all the different forts and everything that you actually run into in Oblivion. I'm just like, oh yeah, Fort Ash, okay, or and they're all actually in the Oblivion game, so it's really cool to see them before they were actually just before they became ruins and overrun by goblins or bandits.
I always have trouble finding. There's these. Do you have trouble finding the cave entrances sometimes? Where like you'll come across the map marker for a cave entrance, but it's like behind a boulder somewhere, and that's that's the issues I run
definitely
into.
Some interesting
entrance
accesses. You go around and around and around, and you keep seeing the marker, and and then you have. Okay, I'll just come back to this one later. Walk off a cliff, and there it is.
There it is. Yeah, I was doing that in. I was in a town. I don't know what town it was. What's the one east of the Imperial city? Due east. Chadenhall. I was in Chadenhall. And there's like a little cave right outside there. And I always forget where it's at. Because like you get to the marker, but then there's like 3 giant boulders. And I'm like just circling around them. I'm like, where the hell is this thing? Like I can't find it.
Oh, is that the one that's part of the Mages Guild quest?
I think eventually it is, yeah.
Because you got the slow zombies in there.
Yeah. And then there's the slaughterfish, of course, that are very dangerous in Oblivion.
At least you can fight them in Oblivion.
Yeah. This is true. Yeah, at least you can kill them in Oblivion. Yeah.
And you can cast self-targeted spells and water and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually cast the spells on yourself in the water.
Yeah, I think it's one of the tests for alteration. When you finally reach 100, there's a guy that you go talk to, and he'll make you like a grandmaster or something like that, and he says, well, what you need to do is go down underwater and stay down there for like 5 minutes. It's just you have to stay underwater and actually cast spells in underwater. So that's another nice thing about Mages Guild is you actually have to cast spells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you actually have to be a mage to be in the Mages Guild, unlike in Skyrim.
Oh, it's even worse in Morrowind. When I was playing Morrowind, I was like playing through both of them, the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild, and you have to have get to certain levels in certain skills before they'll advance you. And if they don't advance you, then they won't give you quests.
Oh.
And I was like, I was like, what? Was it? It was like it was a pretty nifty jump. It was like, be level 25 to advance, be level 30 to advance, and then it was like level 50 and something to advance to the next grade. I was like, okay, and it goes up like once every 9 hours of gameplay. Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
And they say that you really can't be an expert in everything like you can in Skyrim, right?
I don't know. I never got that far. Yeah, there's a a Nightblade, I think it was, and they got some spells, but they're pretty weak, and it takes ages to level them up or level up the magic skill.
Yeah, I haven't played enough Morrowind to get any kind of handle on any of the guilds. I have it loaded on the Xbox, but I haven't dipped back in a long, long time.
Yeah, I've been playing. What was it? Pillars of Eternity, and I think Pillars of Eternity 3 came out in 2019. It's I don't know how old that makes Pillars of Eternity. Actually, I'll check how old the game is. I haven't even finished it yet.
Oh, I did finish one of the storylines of The Forgotten City. That was pretty good. I had a fun time. Apparently, there's at least 4 different endings at the moment. And I would assume it's going to be, it looks like it'll be expanded as it goes kind of thing. But yeah, it was a fun storyline. It was pretty good. I think I probably did about, for that one story, maybe 20 hours of gameplay or something like that. But it's definitely replayable because it doesn't always turn out the same and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So you can definitely go in and take it on in different ways, or try and do it in a simpler way or a completely different way, or I'm interested to see how it doing things differently affects things that I think I know are going to happen, and see if they happen or not.
And you said it's kind of a Spartan.
Yeah, it's this. They set it in ancient Rome, basically. Instead of a Dwemer setting, it's an ancient Rome setting, because the mod was a Dwemer type thing. The mod was pretty fun though. Like, if you want a taste of what it's like, the mod is try that out. It gives you a basic idea of.
Yeah, I did the mod on one of our playthroughs, but I had to kind of go back a save just because it was taking so long, and I couldn't advance any of the other stuff I needed to do.
Oh yeah.
It was definitely fun while I was in there. Yeah,
that mod, you can either get stuck in it, or it could end in 5 minutes if you do it wrong.
Yeah, and I think that's what I ended up doing, was just kind of ending it the wrong way just to finish.
Get out.
Yeah,
because you can't leave until. Yeah, because you're down there just until the end, end of that story.
Yeah, it's Groundhog Day in Skyrim.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, you can't leave it until it's done. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. Except for my new Civilization weird addiction that I got back into all of a sudden that I hadn't played in a long time. Gosh. I did update. I updated the website. The Oblivion character generator is now actually on the website, directly below the Skyrim character generator. So those are both there if you ever want to use them for any of your playthroughs. Also added other shows that were missing from the website onto the website. Butcher Baker is on there now. Deplaying, a Fantasy Island podcast, is on there now. Dames, of course, was always on there. So it got cleaned up a little bit. It's still going, cleaning up a little bit more of it. But yeah, if you need that Oblivion link, it's there on the web. Just go to, I think it's asapodcasting.com/Skyrim. And then you just scroll down a little bit. You'll see Oblivion character generator. So it should be there.
Yeah, but we noticed you had started working on it when we were in there on Friday night.
Oh yeah. Jess was saying you guys were looking at it. I was like, oh god. I was like, I had started messing around with it maybe like 2 weeks ago and adding stuff, and then I ran out of time, and then I was like, let me just start linking to stuff. So I did get all like a bunch of links listed for everything. That way, RSS feeds and Anchor, all that stuff. Apple Podcasts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So. I mean, there's things I can delete off of there, like shows that haven't existed in a decade that I don't even know if they're still on the internet anymore. So, old like ones that I had done way back. So I can probably eliminate those at this point. What's going on? And speaking of Butcher and Baker in space, any new No Man's updates?
So there was a tweet last week saying very soon.
Oh, so, that sounds like another drop.
Yeah, the next update is going to be called Frontiers.
Oh, interesting. Any hints as to what it might be?
Not a clue.
Nice. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
where you just
the tweet was 2 eyeballs, so.
Oh God!
It's like, okay, that could be anything.
That could mean absolutely anything at all. Oh man! And Fallout feed, you guys are still on that roundtable, or just about to end, right?
Just wrapping it up. So we just did the last quests this past Friday. We'll have our feedback episode this coming Friday, and then a wrap-up show the week after that. And then nice. We'll be freelancing
for a little bit.
Yep.
So you guys aren't going to move on to Far Harbor or?
No, we haven't figured out what we wanted to do. Yeah, it probably won't be Fallout 4 again. We might go back to Fallout 76 because there's some new Brotherhood content. New Vegas, we had threatened to do the DLCs on that.
Oh, yeah.
So, just trying to figure it out.
Well, that has the space DLC?
Yeah, and then the brutal one is the Sierra Madre.
Yeah. And is it the one in Alaska, too?
That's Fallout 3.
That's Fallout 3, okay. Oh, the Sierra Madre is the other one in... That's just... There's only the 2 in New Vegas, right?
No, there's 4.
Couriers. There's a couple of... There's the...
Sierra Madre, Couriers, Dead Money, and then there's...
Dead Money.
The one where you go work for the robots, the big MT.
Yeah, the big MT. There you go.
Okay.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, that one's good. So, we'll see what happens.
Oh, I'm excited to start my Thieves Guild playthrough with my super low level character and have some fun in Oblivion.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go back in with my Khajiit, who's done a fair amount of stuff but hasn't leveled up very high. I'm nearing the end of my Pillars of Eternity, which apparently came out in 2015. So not as old as Skyrim, but nearly.
Good you're about to wrap that up.
Yeah, so I'm going to...
So you're saying it's a relatively new game?
In the way of like games that I play, it's actually one of the newer ones that I actually play,
Yep, same here.
And I think it's kind of like The Witcher, where if you have like the first game on your computer, you can link that up to the second game. So like, you can store your characters and they can move through the world with like the same sort of history. So I'm going to have a look at that. That'll be nice.
Yeah, those are cool mechanics.
Yeah, what's the one that I really liked, which is probably the newest game I've ever played, which was the Walking Dead games.
Yeah.
And they track through from game to game, apart from the third one, which I didn't like at all. But it's still important to the story because it ruins the story and the fourth fixes it.
That was what were they, Telltale?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I think it's Telltale. There's something like that. Sundance, Sunbeam. Was it that thing that Victor hates? QTs, QuickTime events, QTEs.
Yep.
So you got it's basically full of that. It's all of those. You got like a few seconds to decide what to do. Which, you know, when a zombie's about to eat your spleen, I suppose you only do have a few seconds to decide, you know, whether you hit him with a wrench or you try and kick him in the nuts if he has any left.
I guess next time we'll be doing our 4-ish Oblivion quests. I think it's the first 4 with Armand Christophe. Steal X amount of items or X amount of gold worth of items in order to do each of the quests, basically. So to
what point are we going to just the whole joining of the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, it's basically the first, just till you get done with what's his name, Armand, or is that his name, Armand Christophe? Is that it? But I believe it's 4 quests.
If anybody's interested, in a couple weeks, their ESO's having a year 1 event, which is all the base zones from the year 1, and also including Cyrodiil, and Imperial City, and also Rothgar. So there'll be double drops and some chests to collect stuff for the next item that you get to assemble. I believe it's a mount that's the next item. So good time to pick up some of that gear from the Craglorn is in there as well. So maybe get some double drops from the Craglorn trials if somebody needs those.
Awesome.
Should be a good time.
If you want to join us playing along some Oblivion, you can let us know what you're doing and send it on in, skyrimbookclub.ca@gmail.com. And love to hear if you're playing along with us. I know Robert had emailed me way back. He was going to play along. So see if anybody else does. If not, enjoy listening to us go through Oblivion again on the 10th anniversary of Skyrim. Because we're never getting game.
You hear me play this game for the first time? Playing through what?
Yeah, I wonder. I guess there's probably a ton of people who haven't played Oblivion before. It's a good time to jump in.
Yeah, I haven't played these quests, so.
Oh, that's right. You haven't played these 2 quests. That's right. Because the other stuff we did, yeah, we didn't do these when we did it. We did the main quest and we did Shivering Isles, right? That was it. That's right.
And I think you did Knights of the Nine last time as well, right?
Oh, did we do Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles?
No, I think just Colin did Knights of the Nine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did that in my first playthrough. I just finished it now in this playthrough as well. So I've got the Crusader armor, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go steal some shit while I'm wearing it.
While you're wearing it.
And lose all my favor with all the gods.
Perfect.
Well, maybe they'll see your shiny armor and say, "Good job. Don't worry about it. We got you."
That's it. All right. Let me stop the recording.